there is a saying, there are no bad students, only bad masters. So if you say to me, the team is tough or bad, I would say there is no bad team. There is only bad leaders.
I like this sort of complements the next thing, which is leadership. Because if you can develop those capabilities, you're going to be a fantastic leader.
Perfect.
Because even the first line of known and unknown, if you have that ability to relax, take a breath, think, understand the facts before you react, that's a quality of a leader.
Correct.
And if you take it to the essence of actually saying and meaning what you say, that also is a good quality of a leader. So which brings us to the next topic, which is leadership. It says bending and vending by tending is better than either of reprimanding or commanding.
So I think this is very important. Mending means repairing. Vending means selling. So either you are correcting, repairing, or you are selling. What you are selling? Let's say an idea. By tending, through care and attention, not by confronting, is better. So what you are doing, you are selling an idea,
to command someone.
you are giving a small adjustment, or you are giving an advice with care. That okay, what is his or her state?
And I would like to commend you for that actually. Of course, the viewers don't have a personal interaction with you, but I do, because I've had the rare opportunity to work with a lot of leaders and a lot of like CEOs across the board. But with you, I think that, I don't know if it's, but when you want to sell an idea or correct someone, there's a way you do it. You say, oh, okay, you know what? Let's have a meeting for this thing. You already know what you want, but you sort of make the person feel like they came up with that idea. You've done it a lot of times. So you say, oh, you know what? I've given 4, 5, 6 idea. What do you think? How would you do this? So
Correct.
It's a way to vend, like you're correcting, you're selling the idea without commanding.
Yes.
Because some other people would tell you, you know what, I need this by 5 o'clock, go do it. Or I need you to be here. But like there's a way you do it, and that's why I said I must commend you, because it is seamless. It then makes the person feel relaxed, that even when they're able to be their true self, that when they make mistakes, they know, okay, there's someone who understands, and we're going through a process. So many people should adopt that.
Thank you first of all for the comments. So the whole purpose is to bring interest element and to be one with the team. A leader is of no meaning without a team. So if you involve the team in decision making process, you say, okay, what is your idea? He may not have the idea, but you have to bring a kind of excitement, energy to ask, what is your view? And finally, when you do a discussion, everybody will be the owner of the decision.
So while I agree and I fully appreciate your style of leadership, I know that there are team members that are difficult. That if you don't use that approach of, lack of better word, of commanding or being strict, nothing's going to get done.
So that is.
So how do we balance? Because even while that form of leadership style gives you results, it might not be the most positive result to the team members. So then how do you balance it when you have a difficult team and you're trying to be this leader that is mindful, that is, that's not, forceful, but you're dealing with a team that's all they know. You have to force them.
So I will answer as a leader.
Please.
And not as a team member. Because there is a saying, there are no bad students, Only bad masters. So if you say to me the team is tough or bad, I would say there is no bad team. There is only bad leaders. I would take it as my own responsibility. So there are various factors which make a team work. The first is openness with the leader. Second is bonding with the leader. They should have trust in the leader. Another very important phenomena is that the team that you have constituted is a good team. Now imagine there is a team who is a national player, let's say national player of India or Nigeria or Singapore, whichever, and you have forced him to in a Chelsea team. What will happen? If they are running, he will also start running. So a good team also helps to influence a member as an individual.
Okay.
Secondly, you have to acknowledge that all team members cannot be same. Some team members may have a personal problem because of which they are not able to fully utilize the potential. So they are not bad as such. They have a problem at hand and they are confused and their energy is drained. The moment you link with the team members and you start connecting with them and their problems become your problems, when your team members' problem become your problems, the team is not a difficult but a star team you have got.
So it has to be
personalized, more focus, and different languages create confusion. If you are saying to a team member, see, I will give you a good bonus or a good tap at the back if you wear a yellow dress. While in front of him you tell a member that, okay, if you do this, if you deliver me, let's imagine $100 million. So you are using 4 languages which confuses the team. They will say, will I get or will I not get? They are not able to get a opinion about the boss. If the boss says one language, this is it. Whether you wear a good dress, bad dress, I don't care. You like me, you say good morning to me, or you don't say I don't care. There's only one language I will understand. Let's imagine the production process. If we say timely coming, efficiently innovating, and doing more creatively the production process, everyone will understand. But imagine there is a one member, I say, no, for you I will give you some exception. What will happen? Not only with the team member I am playing, I am also playing with my team. So whose difficulty or whose problem it is? It is not the team problem.
It's the leader.
It's the leader's problem. Now what happens? Sometimes team members don't like to contribute. Maybe some people are naturally, you can say, introvert. But you need to open them and give a family atmosphere. He may be introvert, but he may be contributing in his home. Can you give him that open atmosphere? Second is, sometimes we don't give opportunities to all. Maybe, I have a 45 minutes meeting and I say, I give only the people I like or I know they have some idea. Why don't we open? If we open and if we sometimes even push people, why don't you give your thought? And then when you challenge him, no, this is not the way, let's try this way. Then he will also innovate and be in the ascension journey.
I think that while this is good, it is also a very difficult task. That's why leadership is not for everyone. It's those who are ready to actually take that responsibility of leading a team or a group. Those are leaders. So I think the take from here is there are no bad team members. They're just bad leaders.
Yes.
It's just bad leadership.
And leadership is about taking accountability.
Yeah.
You cannot say, I am not responsible, this is responsible, and he will say, this is responsible. Now in the chain of command, nobody will have the accountability. You have to stop, and I will give you a very good example of an Indian scientist who, because of his simplicity and his knowledge, also became President of India.
Wow.
Now he is no more, but he is revered as the best president of India has ever had. So what he was a chief scientist for the release of a missile, and that missile actually failed. Now it's a big investment from the government, millions of dollars has gone into the drain. His boss went to the conference and he said, I accept the mistake. There is a mistake on technical, and the media is crowded. They are thinking India will go to the moon. It's an Indian ego and all the things are there. He said, I accept the mistake. This is where we have gone wrong and this has happened. We are very sorry. We are sorry to the government. We lost the money.
Wow.
And the president, our president, Mr. Kalam, who was working for him, was actually crying in the room. But the next time he again released the rocket and the missile, and it reached the moon successfully. Now the media was making him a hero. At that point, that leader said to Mr. Kalam that now you have to go to the conference and say that we have achieved. He did not go. So this is the leader. In terms of difficulty, in a stormy situation, he comes and safeguards his team member. But in terms of credit, he always gives the credit. Okay, the credit is yours.
Wow.
So that gave him the guideline for his whole life, how to be a leader. So teaching leadership is by being a leader. It's not a ceremony you do in different locations and you forget about leadership.
Teaching leadership is by being a leader. And I hear from what you said that it's important to practice the
Selflessness and team spirit.
and team spirit.
Imagine he could have gone to the media and said,
Some leaders
Yes.
will take the credit, and then when there's a mistake, they say it's the team.
It's the team.
But this was the reverse. The team made the mistake, but the leader went out to protect the team to say, we made the mistake.
Yes.
And when the team did something good like credit, he put the team out. That's selfless. Okay, in case of either deference or reverence, preference is to be given to the reference in the
I think
we
this
just
is-
said it.
I think this is very important. He is saying, because you are a leader and you are engaging in a discussion, so there will be different thoughts, different line and approaches to do the same thing. So he says there will be difference, or he says there will be reverence. Reverence means, okay, you are the boss, you should be right, or you are the king is always right, or you are the commander or general, the general is always right. So what he is saying is, in case of difference or in case of reverence, high respect, high order, preference is to be given to the reference in the conference. Reference means facts, data, reports, researches. Don't talk of who is the boss, who is the junior. And this happens in specifically my team. Even my team meeting, I say there is no hierarchy. You can challenge me. We have to do brainstorm, which is best for the company. So this is very important, and don't give preference to personalities, labels, designations. Give preference to facts, data, analysis. So the moment you say, sir, the data is this way, the pattern is clear, yes, let's go with this decision.
I think that when we go from known or unknown leadership, it goes in line, because leadership, is for the leader, but I think that the next one, the team would actually learn very well, because it's liturgy and negligence. So it says laziness dials to liturgy to converse for the contribution.
So you said, okay, the alarm went on at 5 o'clock and you do the snooze at 5:15, then 5:30.
All the way to 7.
So that was laziness. 5 to 5:15, 5:30. That is laziness. Then it comes to the lethargy. If I go early or if I go even on time, you know what happens? Sometimes the bosses and people also come half an hour late. Now you are rationalizing. So even if I snooze 5 to 5:30, I will be on time. But when I am time, I am the only one. The bosses come half an hour, 1 hour late. So the laziness is dialing to lethargy. That now you can shy away from the responsibility, you can disengage little bit. So I am stressing all the time. Why not to give a shot of 6:30? And then when you do reach the conference or reach the thing, you say, sorry boss, actually I am 1.5 hours late. He'll say, what you were doing? And so this is the cycle of laziness and then a rationalization, and then
so when you start to, so sometimes it's normal, because we're humans, for us to break down or feel lazy about some activities. But when you start to rationalize,
is the next level.
It's next level.
It's next level. And then what happens? Imagine you said sorry and boss said it's okay. I also came 15 minutes before only. Then next time we are in the bed and then again this process starts, then he says, I think 7 is also okay. Why 6:30? And when you say sorry, boss also says, everyone comes late, it's okay.
Okay, but
So you are...
no, but really, if everyone comes late, okay, I think I've answered myself, because I was going to say if everyone comes late, why can't you sleep in? Then I realized that at the end of the day, the game of life is about you, not about others.
Correct.
It's do what is right, be prudent.
If you are on time before time, you are first true to yourself.
Yes.
The second, you are building a credibility,
Yes.
which is built not in one session, 2 session. You are not winning one match. You are winning tournaments to tournaments because of your personal discipline. There are various examples, like I can give you example of films, movies, where the protagonist, the hero, I can give you name also, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. He is a superstar. His salary may be equal to almost the sum total of the team, or even 5 times of total of the team. He always comes 5 minutes before. Now the heroine is late. The gateman, the lightman, the cameraman can be late. Sometimes he is wearing a makeup like a beard, sweating without AC for 1 hour, because he is clear on his value system. Now when he goes to UK, he has a room which has its own lift. That level of luxury he is enjoying. He has his own plane, many chartered flights, some of his own. But imagine when he's in a movie, he's 5 minutes before, and in delays, he's sweating without fan and waiting for people to organize. So it's about you. You have very rightly said. But that makes a personality. Means sometimes you may feel, you are the only one waiting, and it happens not once. I can tell you consistently sometimes it happens. But it's about you and your sincerity towards the work.
That's how you build integrity. Okay, so I think the next line it said, shed off every form of
Lethargy. Shed lethargy.
Yeah, and live with energy.
So energy, enthusiasm, interest.
It's a very important factor in today's world, because there's so many things that pull you down. Life is happening, this is that. It is very important that you don't start letting life sweep you away with all of these issues.
And rationalization. See, when I go, I
energy.
anyway have to do this thing, and there is a not so interesting thing.
You don't need to be bothered with all of that. Just live life with energy.
Enthusiasm has to be very important.
It said negligence is an ugly face. It is to be defaced. Ignorance is to be ignited.
So here he is using 2 words which are also in a negative tone, which needs to be improved, enhanced in the game of life. So negligence means neglecting responsibilities or task.
It's an ugly face.
So he says it's an ugly face, means you know how to do the job,
Just do it.
but you are neglecting your responsibility. You have lost the interest to do it with care, with love, with beauty. You said, okay, again I have to do this, so it's an ugly face. So when you make that kind of attitude and face, you are first of all not a beautiful person. So he says it has to be defaced. So you remove that face, bring a smile, energy, enthusiasm, interest. Then the next word he uses, ignorance. So ignorance is lack of knowledge. So imagine I don't have a particular skill set, I don't have a particular knowledge. That can be ignited. Ignited means you have to actively pursue it. You have to engage in such a manner that you get that skill set. So these 2 factors are working as a detriment to personality development.
So liberation and freedom. You may have freedom of getting liberation only after getting rid of the serfdom of lunatic luxury.
So this is this is because master is a spiritual person. He sees the thing as it is. Factual based knowledge and learning. So he says you have the freedom of getting liberation, you are a free person. But you are not really liberated, he is saying. Why? Because you are slave, serfdom. You are a slave of lunatic luxury. A shop is good not because he has good products. It is good because of the ambience. It is good because of the air conditioning. So you are already having a bias about good and bad.
Yeah.
And I have given you the example how the star is sweating. He is used to luxury, but he is not slave of luxury. In his work, he is sincere. So this is very important, that we should not be enslaved by luxury. There is a possibility AC switches off, or NEPA or electricity has gone, but it should not make you unbalanced. That's why he uses the word lunatic. Lunatic means moody. You spoiled the mood because AC is stopped. But you could have held on to your mood irrespective of circumstances. Your car failed and you have lost your attitude. It is I think there is a very good incident in which there was, I think, Bill Gates going in a car. I don't know whether it is true or not, but this is the story.
Yeah, you said you shared it
So,
before.
no, I'm not shared. The car broke down.
Oh.
So the driver said that it has broken down. He said, do you know how to repair, or you have some idea what has gone wrong? He said, I don't have. It is said that Bill Gates removed his coat, went inside, corrected it and went forward.
I think the story you shared was
a flight.
A couple of years, he
used economy, not couple, many years, decades.
Because it's all the same.
Yes. So this is we should not be slave to the facilities. Maintain your balance, calm, keep an objective attitude, move towards the goal.
I think that this is an episode that would really help when you take your time to actually listen to it, right? Because we've gone through a lot. There's a lot of wisdom there, and it balances the next one, which is life. Life is a big one.
Big one, yes.
I don't know if we want to start with this episode or we want to do it the next time.
I think we can do next time, but these factors are very important for all stages of life.
Very.
For student, leadership is very important. Lethargy and negligence
Very important.
has to be dealt by a student, not stay on the bed, come to read. Then liberation and freedom means when you are studying, don't habituate yourself to too much of facility.
Even even if you're professional, I like the fact that it really focuses on, do not make yourself a slave to anything.
That's it.
Luxury, no luxury, like just be on a balanced journey.
And have a grounded approach.
Granted.
If car is not there, cab is not there, take an Okada, take a bus. Don't hesitate to do it, because it serves the objective of what you are doing, what you are progressing.
Okay, so we're going to end here, but I'm going to take the first line of life.
Wow.
I want us to go think about it, because it just summarizes everything. It says, analyze life as it is.
Yes.
Okay, so we've come to the end of this episode. Please join us on the next one, which is life. But for now, analyze the life as it is.